mother Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, told us that the Prophet ﷺ did not fast a month of the year more than Ramadan except Shaban. So the Prophet would fast the whole month of Ramadan. The second month of the year that the Prophet would fast either the whole month or most of it, that would be Shaban. And when the Prophet ﷺ was asked about fasting the month of Shaban, why do you fast it? He said, and he justified this by saying that it is a month that comes between Rajab and Ramadan, and we know that Rajab is one of the sacred 4 months of the year. And I would like my deeds to go up to my Lord while I'm fasting, in this month that is. Therefore, fasting the month of Shaban is one of the good deeds that a Muslim volunteers and offers to Allah the Almighty. And scholars have different opinions regarding fasting the month of Shaban because of the hadiths that govern this issue. And once you look at these hadiths and try to understand them all within the context, you will find that there are no contradictions with the grace of Allah. The first hadith stated that the Prophet said ﷺ, do not fast the second half of Shaban. So this clearly indicates that one should not fast the second half of Shaban. And that is why a group of scholars said that it is forbidden to fast after the 15th of Shaban until Ramadan is due. But when you look at the previously mentioned hadith of Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, and that the Prophet ﷺ used to fast the whole month of Shaban except a day or two, this indicates that it is not forbidden to fast the second half of Shaban because the Prophet used to do this. Other scholars answered by saying, no, it is permissible to fast the whole month of Shaban providing you fast the first half and the second half. But if you entirely ignore the first half of Shaban and then all of a sudden you want to start fasting the second half of Shaban, this is not permissible, and this is the opinion of the Shafi'i school of thought. And other scholars justified this by saying, no, it is not permissible for a person to fast the second half of Shaban if it tires him. If fasting the second half of Shaban tires him to the extent that when he comes to fast Ramadan, he's already exhausted and out of power and out of juice. The first group of scholars said, well, then in this case, even fasting the first half of Shaban would be forbidden because this would make him more tiresome. And they went on and on in this argument of theirs. Some scholars said, no, this is as it is. It is permissible for a person to fast the first half or the second half of Shaban, providing it does not tire him, and based on the fact that the Prophet said ﷺ, do not precede Ramadan with a day or two, except a man who used to fast his fasting, which means that if a person has a habit of fasting Mondays and Thursdays, like most Muslims, they have the habit of fasting every Monday and every Thursday. So even if the second half of Shaban is due and one is used to fasting Mondays and Thursdays, he should continue. And even if Thursday coincides with the 30th of Shaban, which means that he would fast Thursday and Friday would be the first of Ramadan, this is permissible because he's not doing this for the sake of Ramadan. He's doing it because it's his habit of following the sunnah of fasting Mondays and Thursdays. Also, the person who has missed days of previous Ramadans and he wants to make it up, and he started in the second half of Shaban, this is okay because he's fasting mandatory fasting. Also, a person who has a vow, a nazar, and he wants to fulfill this nazar before Ramadan enters, all of this is permissible for them